playing hack-sack, all gas, whole lot of motion, headbang, whiplash, past the Motrin, soft stuff, fits on 10, Yankee fitted, even in my bed, small town boys up next to bat, JVB make it get slap. It's so right.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Gets around him, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down to get 6'5".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, they run with Campbell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's got his man close. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Check.
They go up the middle with Campbell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Gilmore. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here come the Ravens now ready to get the football for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home and then got out of college, showed it up to the kids in the neighborhood, and passed it around. What did he do with it?
23 yards on the play.
first play of the drive, a first down run, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Ready? 70,
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt here still to come. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Bengals nothing.
So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. You look at this Baltimore defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go, here we go. 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hanson. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Roll. 70 Lions.
Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it. This is caught. It's Cruz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. Dances by him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen. Here's when we take over again.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Bengals 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play.
Firing
quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
Ready?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Bulldozes past him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Okay,
Number 38 now. Here comes second and 8.
It's second and 8.
Here we go. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready?
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Come on.
From the gun on third down, Gilmore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand-checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. They'll give it across the 35. It'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Going for the deep ball. He's got it in. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Gilmore throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on third down, Gilmore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And still fighting. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Bronco 80.
Now a handoff up the middle. McKinney. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
60 by 6, 60 by go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
Unlock right.
Again, running left is Campbell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Let's go.
At the Ravens' 20-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. He'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Gilmore. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks at home to take on the Texans. And this is the Texans wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 71 yards to the house. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is the running back. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Packers move to 7-2 as they get the win here. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Colts get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Ready, set.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
First down. Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Loose inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, good move. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Cowboy. Ready.
The tight end in motion right.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Gilmore. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Come on, ready.
Back to throw here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Gilmore. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Hey, check that.
Quickly completed to the right flank. They'll wind up getting just a yard out second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. The quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
There's a short one complete to Harris. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Ravens.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it with the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Back to throw. Gilmore. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gilmore. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he had it going. In the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now. This one is going.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up fourth down and 1.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Down. Cowboy 80. Ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Gain of 14. And the Ravens first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like,
a great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Bengals 10.
So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Gilmore. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gilmore. He's got a man downfield. It's Harris. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
38-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gilmore. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Gilmore. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, hop 70, hop 70.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th. Down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
19.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A good pickup there at 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Ready.
He's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st down, Baltimore.
They run with Thomas. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now Thomas. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. From the gun on 3rd down. Gilmore. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have the excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Viking 18. Ready.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.